Hello. Today's segment is dedicated to Black women and the memory of Breonna Taylor. She was born June 5th, 1993, and she died on March 13th of this year, 2020, at the hands of police violence, lying asleep in her bed. She was 26 years old. This segment is focused on respect, protection, and care of Black women. Respect, protection, and care of our bodies. Respect, protection, and care of our rights. Respect, protection, and care for our families and our communities. The lives of Black women matter. The truth is, the positive, affirmative focus on Black women is a move towards a world in which everyone flourishes.
And so we light these candles to commemorate the fact that life continues, that death is not the end. Death ushers us into another chamber of life. And so we commemorate and honor all Black women, especially those who have lost their lives at the hands of brutal forces arrayed against them. As far back as in 1962, it was Malcolm X who made the profound statement that the most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman. The most neglected person in America is the Black woman. Words uttered so far back in time and yet still true. Malcolm concluded by saying that a Black man should be willing to lay down his life to support and protect her. It is so true that the least in the American environment, the least of these my sisters and brothers is the Black woman. And I am reminded of the gospel story that Jesus tells. And in that, the king at the great judgment replies, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did to one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." There is eternal significance in the way in which we treat the least of these, the most disrespected, the most unprotected, and the most neglected in this country.
Hear now The words of Audre Lorde in a litany for survival. For those of us who live at the shoreline, standing upon the constant edges of decision, crucial and alone. For those of us who cannot indulge the passing dreams of choice, who love in doorways coming and going, in the hours between dawns, looking inward and outward, at once before and after, seeking a now that can breed futures like bread in our children's mouths, so their dreams will not reflect the death of ours. For those of us who are imprinted with fear, like a faint line in the center of our foreheads, learning to be afraid with our mother's milk, for by this weapon, this illusion of some safety to be found, the heavy-footed hoped to silence us. For all of us, this instant and this triumph, we were never meant to survive. And when the sun rises, we are afraid it might not remain. When the sun sets, we are afraid it might not rise in the morning. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. When our stomachs are empty, we are afraid we may never eat again. When we are loved, we are afraid love will vanish. When we are alone, we are afraid love will never return. And when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard nor welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak, remembering we were never meant to survive. Tonight, today, this segment is in honor of respect, protection, and care of Black women, and in memory of Breonna Taylor.
Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Rest in perfect peace, Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace.
Ashe.
Ashe.